You've never had cabbage like this before. The way it's prepared is truly unique. Stick toothpicks all over the head of cabbage, then place it in the microwave for 6 minutes. During that time, the cabbage softens and takes on a completely different character. Take it out, remove the toothpicks, and chop it into smaller pieces. Grate a peeled carrot. Its bright orange color will beautifully liven up the dish. Next, finely dice an onion to add depth of flavor and a touch of sweetness. Heat a bit of olive oil in a pan, add the onion and carrot, and sauté until slightly softened. Press in a clove of garlic and cook briefly. Transfer the sautéed vegetables into a bowl with the chopped red cabbage. Season with your favorite spice blend to enhance the taste, then crack in 2 eggs and add 2 tablespoons of flour. Season with salt and pepper and mix everything thoroughly. Scoop out portions of the mixture, shape them into patties, and fry them in hot oil for about 4 minutes on each side. Place the cooked patties on paper towels to drain excess oil. Serve these vegetable patties with your favorite sides. When you cut them open, their purple center will surprise you. It's not only delicious, but also a strikingly beautiful dish. I keep this meal even for a year. Start by blending cooked chicken fillets in a bowl to get perfectly shredded, tender meat. Then grate a cooked potato on a coarse grater and add it to the meat. Add chopped cooked carrot, raw bell pepper, and chopped parsley. Season everything with your favorite spices. Use salt, pepper, garlic, and sweet paprika to enhance the flavor of the meat and vegetables. Add 2 raw eggs and grated yellow cheese to the bowl. Mix everything thoroughly until you get a uniform, firm mass. Now shape small patties, gently flattening them with your hands. Coat the patties in a mixture of flour, water, and salt, then in breadcrumbs to create a crispy, golden crust. Place the patties on a tray in the freezer. Once frozen, put them into an airtight bag and store in the freezer. These patties only need to be deep fried. They'll be crispy on the outside and soft, juicy inside. Make them once, and you'll always have something delicious on hand. Coffee-glazed oven wings. This recipe is delicious, and I guarantee you've never tasted anything better. Start with 2 kilograms of chicken wings. Wash them and cut off the tips. Then cut the wings in half and place them in a large bowl. Add a tablespoon of salt and pepper, a tablespoon of sweet paprika, and a tablespoon of curry powder. Peel 3 garlic cloves and press them through a garlic press. Add the garlic to the wings. Pour in 200 milliliters of milk. Put on a glove and mix the wings with the marinade thoroughly so every piece is coated. Cover the bowl with plastic wrap and let it marinate for 30 minutes. After that, preheat the oven to 180 degrees and prepare the coating. Put potato starch into a bowl and coat the wings. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Place the wings on a baking sheet and bake for 20 minutes. While the wings are in the oven, prepare the sauce. Pour 100 grams of ketchup into a pot. Add 40 grams of butter and 4 tablespoons of honey. In a small bowl, dissolve 2 tablespoons of instant coffee in warm water. Then add it to the pot. Grate the zest of a lemon and squeeze half of it for juice. Then add that to the sauce. Heat everything up until the ingredients melt and combine. Remove the wings from the oven and coat them with the sauce, making sure every piece is covered. The sauce is what gives them that amazing flavor. Place the wings back on the baking sheet and bake for another 15 minutes. And you're done. This meal will be a hit with the whole family. The meat is juicy, full of flavor, and the sauce is absolutely delicious. It disappears from the plate in just a few minutes. Squeeze this over pork chops. This one ingredient turns an ordinary dinner into something truly special. My family asks for it every week. Start by slicing your pork chops and pounding them to about 5 millimeters thick. Season both sides with salt and pepper. Spread creamy processed cheese over each chop. Chop a handful of fresh parsley and grate a dill pickle using a fine grater. Sprinkle the parsley over the cheese, then top with the grated pickle. Carefully roll each chop into a tight roll, sealing the filling inside. Set up 3 plates, one with flour, one with panko breadcrumbs, and one with 2 beaten eggs. Dip each roll first in egg, then in flour, back in egg, and finally, coat well in the panko. Heat some clarified butter in a skillet and place the rolls in. Fry them slowly until golden brown on all sides. Take your time. The crispier, the better. To add even more flavor, make a quick sauce. Dice some bacon and fry it in a pan until crispy. Pour in about 100 milliliters of heavy cream, add a bit of rosemary and a teaspoon of honey mustard. Bring it to a boil and simmer until slightly thickened. This dish is a hit at every family gathering. The rolls are perfectly crispy outside and wonderfully creamy inside, all thanks to that little triangle of cheese. Try it once and you'll come back to it again and again. I promise. Korean-style recipe for the juiciest chicken breast ever. This method makes the meat melt in your mouth. Pound the chicken breast thin using a meat mallet. In a large bowl, crack 3 eggs. Add salt and pepper to taste. Finely chop fresh parsley. It adds lightness and a fresh aroma. Add it to the eggs. Then mince a few garlic cloves to boost the flavor and aroma. Add about 50 grams of grated Parmesan or mozzarella. Mix the marinade thoroughly to combine everything well. In a separate dish, add some all-purpose flour. Now coat the chicken in the flour. Then dip it into the egg mixture, making sure it's evenly covered. Heat oil in a pan, place the chicken breast in, and fry on low heat for about 5 minutes on each side. Once golden, place it on a plate. That's it. The juiciest chicken breast in an egg coating is ready. A perfect dinner idea that melts in your mouth. Quick to prepare, and everyone will ask for the recipe. A juicy chicken roulade with colorful stuffing. Preparing the roulades takes only a few minutes of your time. Start by selecting a large chicken breast and carefully cut it in half. Then, pound the meat with a mallet to make it thinner and more tender. Season with salt and pepper on both sides. Prepare the stuffing by dicing some thick ham into small cubes and adding canned vegetables like bell peppers, corn, or mushrooms. One by one, following a sequence, add the vegetables and ham onto skewers. Then wrap the chicken around the stuffing, forming a roulade. For breading, prepare 2 separate dishes, one with breadcrumbs and the other with a beaten egg mixed with a cup of flour. Dip the roulades first in the egg and then in the breadcrumbs. Heat a small amount of oil in a pan over medium heat. Fry the roulades, turning them until they are golden on all sides. After frying, let them cool for 5 minutes. Serve with tomato sauce. This is an excellent recipe for a tasty and filling dinner. Preparing the roulades takes only a few minutes of your time. Instead of baking chicken in a tray, I cook it in a jar. It turns out perfect and tastes so good I could eat it endlessly. Start by preparing the chicken. Use either fillets or thighs, depending on your preference. Cut it into smaller pieces and place them in a large bowl. Add about 2 tablespoons of salt and mix thoroughly so the meat marinates evenly. Take a large jar and add a few allspice berries for depth and flavor. Then add 2 bay leaves for a subtle aromatic touch. Place the chicken into the jar and cover the top with aluminum foil. Use a toothpick to poke a few small holes in the foil. This helps release steam during baking. Pour a thick layer of salt onto a baking tray to completely cover the bottom. Set the jars on top of the salt and place the tray in a preheated oven. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. After baking, carefully pour a bit of broth into each jar to enhance flavor and juiciness. Turn the jar upside down and let it cool. The result? Tender, juicy, flavorful meat that's packed with aroma. It's a brilliant alternative to traditional roasting.